Alright, so I had a few people ask me about how to make this rail wrap here. Super cheap, super easy. Literally all you need is a pot holder from the dollar store, 3 zip ties, some goon tape. You could use gaffer's tape probably. I really like goon tape. Some people say it is nothing but gaffer's tape. I have no clue, but I have it, so that's what I use. Scissors and a rail. I've already got this one made, so I'm going to be doing my demonstration on this extra rail I have. So first thing I do is I take my pot holder and I cut it to size. I kind of wrap it around my rail here and I figure out just how big I want to make it. The actual width of the pot holder is usually pretty good, but you can always cut it down to make it smaller if you want. Also, the size going around the rail itself, sometimes you'll need to trim, sometimes it won't be enough. I'm gonna end up taking about, that much off the width of that trim. I'm gonna be taking this off because it's excess. So once we sort of checked and verified that the pot holder will wrap pretty tightly around it, then I'm gonna actually take this edge and this edge. These are the edges that are actually gonna end up being exposed on these parts of the rail. I'm gonna take those and I'm gonna actually wrap them with a little bit of tape. And I'll show you why I do this in a minute, but it'll make for a much cleaner end product. Okay. So, as you can see, I've only done it on 2 ends. And what that's going to allow is for cleaner taping at the end. Take my 3 zip ties, line them up underneath, about as even as possible. Before I tighten everything down, I just like to make sure it's all tight and snug as possible. I like to line up the fat part of the zip tie above the gap as much as possible. Ideally this would be a little bit tighter, but I'm just making a quick video for you guys. So once I tighten these up, they'll end up just above the gap there, the line. And you could probably move these a little bit after you're done if you wanted to, but this is just a quick demonstration. Cut off the excess on the zip ties, and we're almost done. Now, how you go from here is kind of up to you. I'm right-handed, I grab with my left hand. Therefore, I don't like to pull against the last bit of tape. So I usually wrap it the opposite way, but this part is up to you. What I definitely like to do is start on my edge of my tape that black tape. See, now that since I've added this black tape to the edge, I don't have to actually tape to the rail at all. And this tape I wrap around super tight. I like to go around maybe twice on the first one, and then I start spiraling it around. Once I get to the end, once I've started going over this tape at the end of the pot holder, I straighten it out and I start to make it tight around that end. And there you have it. You could always go over it again with one more layer of tape just to sort of, I don't know, give it an extra layer. But as you can see, it's pretty clean. I actually did go on my original one. I went over it twice just to sort of add a little bit of extra thickness over these. These actually act as a really nice little sort of finger stops almost a little bit, just a little bit of extra grip. This costs $1. It's actually $1.25. It's a $1.25 store now. For the pot holder, actually for 2 pot holders, it was $1.25. If you have zip ties laying around, they're like free if you already got them. Otherwise, you can get them at the dollar store. The tape is, I think I got both of these rolls for 15 bucks on the Goon Tape website, but you can also just use gaffer's tape for much less on probably Amazon. But at the end of the day, even if you had to pay full price for all that stuff, you're looking at maybe 20 bucks, and I don't know how much rail wraps are going for right now, but I don't think I ever found one for less than 50 bucks, and I don't think I even found one for that cheap, to be honest with you. So this is like $2 basically worth of material, and turned out pretty good in my opinion. As you can see, for the video, I didn't cut this down. On my original one, I cut it down to about the width of my hand. You can always cut this down shorter, bigger, depends on what you like. I think this looks a little better, and It's just the right size for my hand. But I just made this real quick for the video. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.